Hi everybody, welcome to Cooking with Ethyl. I'm your host, Eric. Today we're going to be making Romano Basil Chicken Wraps using the Buttonwood Grove Winery's Trillium White. Let's get started. The first thing you need is a non-stick pan. Put it on the stove. Turn the stove to medium-low and leave it there. Take your boneless, skinless chicken breast and start cutting it into roughly 1-inch cubes. Chicken takes the longest to cook out of all ingredients being used, so this has to be done first. After you've finished cubing all your chicken, throw it into your pan with about half a bottle of Wishbone Romano Basil vinaigrette. Turn your heat up to medium and let the chicken cook while you're doing the next step. Now we're going to cut up an onion. I prefer Vidalia onion because it's sweet and it fits this meal better because of the wine we're going to be using. Take your onion, cut off the bottom and the top, throw them to the side, cut through the first layer, throw that off to the side, and you have your onion. We're only going to be using about half. Get your chop knife. Take your onion. Add it to the mixture. Stir it a little bit. On to the next step, which is our green bell pepper. Cut around the top to remove it. Remove the insides. Cut it in half. Cut the pepper into strips. Then in half. Add them to the mix. Next, I have portobello mushrooms. Mushrooms are optional. I just started cooking with them more frequently myself. I'm only going to use about 3, I'll use 4. Cut them in half like so. Chop them. into the mix. Stir this from time to time. It's going to have to go for about half hour, 45 minutes. And when we get to that point, I'll show you what to do next. To check to see if your chicken is done, pick up one of the bigger pieces, take a knife, and cut it. When you open it up and there's no pink on the inside, the chicken's pretty much done. At this point, we're going to introduce our wine. Buttonwood Grove Winery's Trillium White. I prefer to use this wine because Buttonwood is one of my favorite wineries on the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail. This wine is made of actually 3 grapes. It has Chardonnay, Cayuga White, and Trimonette grapes. Buttonwood Grove Winery is 15 years old for the vineyard itself. The winery itself is in its 8th year. And this is a fantastic wine. It's just a sweet sipping wine, and it has a floral finish. So it brings out the marinade for the chicken as if it was the ingredient that the marinade was actually missing. So now that our food is almost done, give it one final stir here. And take the wine. And the thing to remember with wine is that the more you cook it, the more alcohol you burn out of it, but you still get the flavor. I'm going to use quite a bit here. Had a rough morning. So we're just going to let that cook in for about 3 to 5 minutes. You should be able to smell it pretty well. Very distinctive. The food is done, so we're going to turn off the heat. We're going to get to the next step. First, we need a flour tortilla. Try to get one that's got a little give to it, not one of the brittle ones that's going to break easily. Okay. Then we take a little bit of shredded Colby Jack. Put a thin layer on the tortilla. Come back over here. Start spooning the product on the tortilla, and in the end, get a little bit of the juice on there, carry over some of the wine, some of the flavors. There we go. I'm going to wrap it up. And let it sit for a minute. The heat from the food itself will actually melt the cheese. So if you let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then the liquid also absorbs into the tortilla shell itself. And that is how we make our chicken wraps. Thank you very much. Stick to the end of the video, and I'll have some more information. I'll give you step-by-step instructions and ingredients list. Have a great day.